What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Go for Two show. We're missing one today. Austin is partying till he can't stand anymore. I don't blame him. I wish I was there. No, I'm kidding. I'm lying. But a little bit of a different show today. This one's going to be more oriented towards YouTube. We're going to repost this as a YouTube video. So shout out YouTube if you're watching from my channel. Appreciate you guys watching. Peyton, what's new, bro? What's going on?
Nothing new. Same
Same
as
crap,
always.
different day. Yep. I feel you. Well, this was going to be kind of more of a quick video, but we've all had a pretty busy week, mainly me. So I'm tired, exhausted. So we may make this a little bit faster than normal, but I wanted to make sure I got you guys a video out this week. So we're trying to be as consistent as we can as we're working on 3 people's schedules and 3 people's lives. So finding a hole for an hour and a half for a stream can sometimes be difficult, as it was yesterday. But yeah, we're gonna just jump right in, Peyton. What do you think?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, I guess we'll go over who did well during the picks. Oh, don't look at that. Don't look at that. That's a little teaser for you. Peyton's pissed. We'll go over it in a second. We'll go over it momentarily. But here is our picks from last week. Crazy.
4.
You guys told me I was insane. You're getting better every week, Peyton. I agree. I'm trying to fix this, bro. Why is it doing some crazy stuff? Okay, that's fine. We'll leave it there. Okay. Last week, we'll break down the Georgia game really quickly because I think that'll be the most we're going to talk about these games probably. But Peyton, what did you think about the Georgia game? Give me your rundown. I know we talked on the phone for a second about it, but give me your take.
Georgia didn't deserve to win. I'll just start out by saying that. Georgia did not deserve that game. Georgia absolutely should be 2-1. Yeah. I think that should absolutely be 2-1 right now. Good on Joey Aguilar for showing out against SEC play, and that was his SEC like play debut, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, shout out to him. He did really good against Georgia's defense, but at the same time, Georgia's defense didn't look all that good. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Our secondary.
Yeah. Secondary.
Dalen Everett sucks.
Yeah.
Dalen Everett sucks. I'm tired of it. I don't know why he. I mean, I don't know. People. I try and tell people, and I'm like, just. I was talking about this with my girlfriend yesterday. She was like, there was a hold in the Bills game, and she was like, James, how did you see that? And I was like, because I've watched enough football now that I've seen punts, I've seen kickoffs, I've seen passing plays, and so sometimes I'll take my eyes off of the ball, and I'll actually look at the players, and like I'll focus on one player for a couple plays, right? I encourage every Georgia fan to watch 5 Dalen Everett plays. Watch Dalen Everett for 5 plays, and I guarantee you one of those 5 plays will be a throw to him, and he will screw it up. I guarantee you. Don't watch anything else. Just watch Dalen Everett. Watch him on your screen. Watch him the entire play, and you'll see exactly what I'm saying. I don't think he's that good. I think he's a fringe 6th-round pick. I mean, NFL scouts have to look at the fact that when there is a big play, his name is on it. How many of those throws during the Tennessee game was his fault? A lot of them. Probably 2 out of 3. Or 2 out of 3 of the touchdowns that guy caught, excuse me. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Our secondary is young. Our secondary has problems, but I think it was a good game for Georgia in general. I think for me, I'm more confident about Georgia not going 9-3 now. A little bit more confident that we may pull out 10 games. I feel really good about Gunnar Stockton. I feel confident in him to win football games for us when we're down, and I think we saw that this weekend. And I'm gonna say that Georgia did deserve this win, and the reason I say that is because I don't think anybody deserves anything, right? Tennessee had opportunities to win that game. What did they do? They didn't score, right?
Yeah.
The dude missed the field goal. That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. Georgia fans have been there. I've been there when Rodrigo Blankenship, automatic, hot rod, missed a field goal in overtime against South Carolina, where he missed a field goal and we lost. There are just times when it literally comes down to an individual player and if that person is going to execute or not. I mean, he pulled it. He was thinking about the kick. That's what happens when you think about a kick. It's on the left hash. That is a kick. You do not miss right. Right? Like you don't miss a kick right when you're on a left hash. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think Georgia didn't deserve to win that game. I think they literally won the game for themselves. I don't think there's any other way you can look at it. They went to overtime. Yeah. If it wasn't for Gunnar Stockton throwing that touchdown pass at the end of the game on 4th and freaking 6 from the 35 or the 28 or whatever it was, we played good enough to win that football game. And I don't think there was any we didn't deserve it. I think we just, at the end of the day, our players executed just a little bit more than Tennessee's players.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
But like bad? It's like, were there times when we played bad? Yes. We should not have given up 3 touchdowns to 1 receiver. That's ridiculous. Georgia doesn't do that. So I think overall, I just think Georgia was able. We found ourselves in that game, I think. And I think it again shows that Kirby Smart knows what he's doing when it comes to adversity. I don't know how many times Georgia have had these games where it's like, oh my gosh, we're down 2 scores. Crap. And we bounce back. I don't know how. I don't know why. We bounce back. And so I think that just shows to Kirby and his program and the staff on Georgia's roster. I think that, it shows that, there's a reason why, like, Glenn Schumann hasn't left because there's not a better defensive coordinator job out there for him. Like there's just there's not, I don't know, it just shows that Georgia is still a good program, even though NIL has kind of, dispersed talent around college football. I'm not saying that Georgia is going to be a dynasty because we're not really we've never been a dynasty. So I don't know. It's just interesting. It was a good game. It was a lot of fun. And as a Georgia fan, I'm just going to ride it out for the rest of the season. I don't really have any expectation. I'm not thinking like I was in 2013 and 2014 or 2017 when we were like kind of good and we were waiting on to go to the Natty. I don't really care. Like, it doesn't matter to me what happens. Like, me and my dad were sitting there and we were watching the kick, and I was like, I don't care. Like, and he was like, I don't care either. I don't know what. I think he's gonna make it. I don't care what happens, miss or not. I don't care. He shanks it, and I looked at my dad and I said, that's the most Tennessee shit I've ever seen in my entire life. That is the most Tennessee way to lose a football game. And if it was on our end and we missed the field goal, I would say that's the most Georgia way to lose a football game because it's right there in your hands and you fumble it, right?
Yeah.
But again, I think it's kind of funny too because there was a balance, right? Tennessee did some crazy stuff to us at home, right? Beat us at home in 2016 on a Hail Mary after we did a Hail Mary. And then we went on a crazy missed field goal in Tennessee Stadium. So we got one back on them. So I don't know. Interesting game. But what were you going to say, Pitt? You had something else to say. I kind of cut you off.
Oh, no, I mean, I was just going to say, like, I get what you're saying, but it at the end of the day, like you said, 3 touchdowns to 1 receiver on plays that are like 50+ almost. That's stupid.
And they're moonshots too.
Yeah,
I was about to say. Moonshots. There should have been no reason why the corners didn't have their head turned.
I mean, yeah, like it was just really hard to watch whenever that was going on. But like, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, I'm sure they did deserve it because, like you said, if Tennessee really wanted to win, that dude would have made the field goal. So I get what you're saying, but it's just like, dude, that secondary is so bad. At least it looked really bad.
I agree. Well, we'll start back up at the top. I had Houston. I got that right. Y'all thought I was crazy. I like Houston in that game. I think Colorado's a faker right now. Georgia Tech beat Clemson. That's insane.
Yeah.
Clemson, something's going on with Clemson. They're not there. They're not all there. They're not all there.
No, I don't think so either. I think there's.
Did you watch that game, Peyton?
I watched the very end of it. Like, I watched the field goal. That was it.
Yeah, I watched the whole game except for the last play.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go for the wedding, so I couldn't watch the rest of it. But
that's crazy.
Something's wrong, man. Case Clemson's not it, man.
Something's off.
Something's really off at Clemson. We won't know till the end of the season, you know. Alabama, we knew that one. Georgia, we knew that one. I had Ole Miss. Me and Austin also had Ole Miss, but Peyton thought Arkansas was going to win. I didn't mind that pick. I kind of was leaning towards Arkansas, but I guess Ole Miss pulled it out with a backup quarterback who played really freaking good.
Dude, like
really
Arkansas was supposed to win that game, dude.
No, I know. That's why I was like, it's not a bad pick. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, and they almost did too. That's the worst part about it. They were like actually really close.
They did. They almost won that, and it would have probably saved Sam Pittman's job too. So that sucks. Miami versus USF. Miami beat a good USF team, which to me, like when you look at a team that's ranked in the top 5 and they're playing a team who just come off of 2 back-to-back ranked wins, if they're not as good as a top, like if they're not like great, they go and lose that game. Think about it. USF, all this momentum, everything going right for them, ready to go for Miami. And if Miami sucked or was not great, they would have been a trap game. That's what trap games are, right? The good teams lose to the bad teams because the good teams are looking ahead. Miami whooped their ass. A good USF team whooped their ass. Does Georgia beat USF that bad? No.
I don't agree with this, dude. This is insane. USF is getting beat by genuinely.
Bro, this is what happens.
Boise State, who didn't even deserve to be ranked number 25 in the first place. Unless it is Florida or Boise State, USF is getting swept by every other team in the top 25.
I disagree.
Miami exposed USF for what they actually are, an American Conference team, whatever conference they're in. At the end of the day, that's what they are. That like, I get the hype.
Okay, who do you have, Vanderbilt or USF?
But
tomorrow, if Vanderbilt and USF played tomorrow, who are you taking?
Probably Vanderbilt, even though I don't even like Vanderbilt that much.
What do you think that spread would be on a neutral site? So if it's at home and you think and Vegas thinks it's an even match, they give the home team 3 points. So take those 3 points away. Neutral site. What do you think the spread would be?
I mean, I would at least say, like, you said take away 3 points?
Yeah.
Dude, I would
that
still
spread would be like 3.5.
I would say like
19 for Vanderbilt.
19.5, dude. No, I don't think so.
19?
I think so, dude. It's just.
You think Vanderbilt would beat USF by 19 points or more?
Yes. Yes, dude.
That's
it's
insane.
USF.
Bro, they are a good football team.
And I'm not saying they're not a good football team, but like I said, unless it's Florida, who actually looks really bad, by the way, unless it's Florida or Boise State, who, like I said, did not even deserve to be in the top 25 to start anyways. I mean, I will say if they're getting swept, they are losing every single game in the top 25, though.
I just cannot help but look at their defense and see just good players the whole time. I think the ass whooping from Miami shows how good Miami is, and I think people are missing that. I think people are missing the fact that Miami is a lot better than what you think. Their offensive line went nuts. USF's defensive line is probably a top 15 defensive line in the country. I would take USF's defensive line over Mississippi State's defensive line, over Vanderbilt's defensive line. I can keep naming them. Missouri, I would take them over Missouri's D line. I would take them over Indiana's D line, Illinois' D line.
I mean, I get, dude. It's just,
dude, it just swallowed everybody.
Like, it's just USF at the end of the day.
You're getting caught with the brands. That's the problem. You're getting caught with brands. Not
okay. They can have like I get what you're saying because yes, they have a crazy D line, but dude, the D line can only do so much. I mean, and I know you like I'm sure you do that, but it's just the fact that like
this is so funny.
Yes, I think people are overlooking Miami, but at the same time, like I said, it's USF. I get what you're saying. I promise. I understand. But like, it's also Miami. Like Miami against USF. Like I keep saying, I swear I understand what you're saying about USF and why like you think Miami is a better team because I think Miami like I do agree that I think people are overlooking Miami, but like. I don't know why anybody thought Miami wouldn't blow them out. Like, do you understand what I'm saying, though? Because I remember when we were talking about it last week, like, me and Austin were saying that they were going to get beat by, like, 30. I don't know if they actually did get beat by 30. I know it was multiple touchdowns.
Yeah. It proves Austin's point. Vegas had me by the balls.
I mean, yeah, but also Vegas is all-known, so.
Yeah, true. Vegas ruins lives, unfortunately. We'll move on to the Florida LSU. I mean, that was no doubt. We all got that right. Peyton was the only one that got the A&M game right. Shout out Peyton.
Notre Dame was fraudulent.
That was pretty sick.
Notre
Dame's not in my top 25.
I still think I was about to say Notre Freeman. I still think Marcus Freeman is going to be like, I think he'll still take the team somewhere. But
he does this every year, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they always lose one game super early in the year. Like they lost to Northern Illinois last year and then went to the national championship.
And then lost to Marshall the year before that.
Yeah. So
at home.
And also the other thing about it is like, yeah, you can be upset that they lost, but they lost to A&M. I understand A&M's not supposed to be like a top 10 team or whatever, but it's still A&M. Like it's better than losing to NIU or Marshall.
It's true.
I mean,
I'll tell you this right now.
Say what?
No, continue.
I was just gonna say if I'm a Notre Dame fan, like I'm gonna be pissed. But like I said, it is Texas A&M. Also,
yeah,
it pisses me off that Notre Dame's not in the conference. I'm gonna say that every time I talk about Notre Dame. That's so stupid that they're not in a conference, bro. Put them in the Big Ten and let them go 7-6 or whatever the record would be.
The only way that Notre Dame would be in a conference right now is if they won the games that they won last year and they weren't put in the playoffs.
Yeah,
because they got in the playoffs, even though they didn't play a 13th game, they still got in a 12-team playoff. Of course, they're not going to join a conference. They don't need to anymore.
That's so stupid, bro.
I know.
Thing to do. Notre Dame is a coward. Every single player. I'm not going to say the players. It's the school. Whoever makes the rules, that person's a coward.
AD. It's the AD.
Put them in the Big Ten and watch them lose every game they play. I won't say every game.
They would go 6-6 in the Big Ten.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Vanderbilt,
South Carolina, dude. What?
Vanderbilt impressed the fool out of me. Impressed the fool out of me, dude.
31-7, dude. South Carolina might be.
Lenore Sellers got hurt. I
forgot about that.
So I have to put that in there as well. But that's you still should be able to beat Vanderbilt. But maybe our view on Vanderbilt is clouded because it's Vanderbilt, right? Maybe our view on Vanderbilt's not right. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Austin's been on the Vandy train forever now, so.
Yeah, I know. Shout out Austin, he got that one right. But we will move on. Wait, we got to move on to this week's games, right? We got to do our picks.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll do this quickly because we don't have a lot of time left. Okay. Week 4 is kind of crazy. Not as many good games, but there are some nice games out there. And we'll kind of go quickly, Peyton. I think Texas Tech is going to show us something that's going to prove my point that I've been saying all year. And I think Texas Tech is good. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you just put yours in mine. I don't think you're about to put mine in Austin's.
No, I am. That's right.
Oh. Yeah, I'm taking
that was where I did the odds, but I didn't do that on this one.
I see. Yeah, I'll take Texas.
All right, what you got, Peyton? Okay. TT. All right. SMU TCU. I may go fucking 6-6 this week, but I don't know. I watched TCU play North Carolina. I know North Carolina is a dumpster fire, but their TCU's quarterback is so good, dude. He's so good. I'm gonna take TCU too. He's so good, dude. I just don't think SMU's where they need to be right now.
Yeah,
I think it's going to show out.
Yeah, I think that might be a little incomplete as well. This is a hard game for me.
I'm very high on Oklahoma. Extremely. John Mateer is legit. John Mateer is going to win this game for them. And it's at home. Come on.
Yeah. No, I think so too, especially because it's at
home. Whatever the spread is, I would take Auburn to cover, though.
So what?
That is, but if it was the spread pick, I would take Auburn to cover.
Yeah. No, I was about to say I'm kind of conflicted, but I'm still going to go Oklahoma. Number 1, it's at home. Number 2, like you said, I think John Mateer is going to solidify himself in the Heisman odds.
Yeah, I agree. I got Ole Miss. I think this is going to be a really, really, really close game for no reason. But I think as long as Austin Simmons is still healthy, which I don't know. Is he still healthy? Because that might help my pick. Hold on. Yeah, let's see. Give me 2 seconds, gentlemen. Expected to start. Oh, crap. Well, he's not going to start against Tulane, but, I mean, the way he played against – I'll stick a pick. I'll stick my pick. That's fine.
I'm gonna go Ole Miss too. I don't think they lose to Tulane. Yeah, Tulane's like one of those like sneaky good teams. And honestly, I don't even think we're that far. Like I don't even think we've got that many years left until Tulane might be like consistently top 25.
Dude, they're gonna be in the SEC in the next 2 years.
Maybe, dude. I hope. That would be sick.
Tulane in the SEC and Georgia Tech in the SEC, that would take us back to the traditional SEC. We'd have all the traditional teams except for Incarnate Word, whatever the heck was in here.
Incarnate Word, dude. No way they were ever.
There's another. I can't remember what team it was. But all right. Oh, dude, this one's gonna be. You're gonna not like this, but I hate doing it. But I think Nebraska can pull this off. I think they could do it.
I think they can absolutely do it too, but I'm gonna have to go Michigan here.
I hope I'm wrong. All right. West Virginia coming off a big win. I think Kansas is gonna win.
Dude, I don't even
only because I think their offense is ridiculous.
You put Canis, by the way.
Oh, I did? Canis? Nice.
I don't even have to think about this, dude. Kansas is sweeping West Virginia. West Virginia looks so
That looks pretty mid. I think we can both see where this is going, right?
How bad is Lenore Sellers injured? Like, is it like a multiple week thing?
Let's see. cleared to play, will start against Missouri.
He will?
Yeah, he's going to start.
I'm still taking Missouri just because of how good their quarterback looks.
I agree. And it's at home, so I think we can both put this here.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude.
Miami by 50.
I've ever had in my entire life. Dude,
I'm betting my entire.
Florida looks terrible. Dude, DJ Lagway threw 5 interceptions against LSU. Listen, I get it. Like, I guess it's an SEC defense. Dude, 5 interceptions. It doesn't matter who you are. 5 interceptions is crazy. I honestly agree with this because I don't think Illinois should even be in top 10. Give me Indiana. Every single one of our picks.
I think Kurt Cignetti is going to quiet the crowd on Illinois.
The only one that we don't have is the same as Nebraska.
That's going to be interesting. Well, those are our picks for the week. Our totals, I'm 18-9, Peyton is 14-13, and Austin is 17-10. Look at Peyton staying above 500.
Dude, I'm telling you, consistency is key.
Yeah. All right. Here's my top 25.
This is the craziest thing ever, bro.
This is not rage bait, I promise.
I can't. I'll let you start. This is insane.
We'll start at the bottom.
This is not real.
Utah's hot right now. They look good.
Mm-hmm.
I think they look better than South Carolina, so I took South Carolina in my top 25. Yeah. Iowa State's still 4-0. They just kind of moved down. They're not really playing as high level as top 15, in my opinion. Tulane, they're sneaking in here. They look really good too. I know they only beat Duke by 15, but I think Duke's still a good football team. So I moved Tulane up. USC I didn't have ranked, but they're beating everybody by 65 in a home run. So they're playing really good. Who's playing? USC's playing somebody important this week. Am I tripping? Nah, I'm not tripping. Who did they play this week? Not PNG. I don't want to see the logo. Look. Oh my gosh. I did not tell you to do that. Just tell me who they play this week. I mean, it's not hard. Come on. Internet sucks. Oh, yeah, this is Michigan State. The Trojans versus the Spartans. The Legends of Rome.
Yeah, that's kind of a like cool rivalry.
Oh, dude. Oh, I just got a cramp. That sucks. Okay. That was crazy. 6-7. Just kidding. USC 22. Auburn 21. I think they're playing better than the teams that were here that I had there last week. Alabama at 20. They're working their way back up. They're playing better. They're playing a lot better. Missouri, I think, is going to be really hot about midseason. Like, I think they're going to be really good. I think they're just playing really good. I like Bo Prabila. Be on the lookout. I'm going to have an updated quarterback ranking later on. And probably rank the quarterbacks nationally. Probably like a top 15 quarterback rankings. But Vanderbilt and Tennessee, I wasn't going to take out. I mean, it wasn't that bad of a loss, to be honest with you. And I think it just like Tennessee's their offense is still consistent. They're still good. Vanderbilt, I moved up to 17. I mean, come on, tell me a reason that they shouldn't be in the top 20 after that win last week. Michigan working their way back up through. I think they're good. I think their defense is still good. And Texas Tech, again, I mean, I don't want to put anybody ahead of them right now, I guess. I don't know. We'll see this week, though. Like, this is going to be the test. Like, go out and beat your team this week, and then I'll judge it on that because, I mean, they're playing Utah, right? Yeah, they're playing Utah. So we'll see. Georgia Tech, I moved up to 14. Dude, they're rolling. They're like Vanderbilt. Gritty team. Running team. I mean, they're good. Ole Miss at 13. I barely moved them up. I moved Indiana up to 12. Moved Texas down to 11. Arch Manning is injured. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know that for sure, but he has to be. There's no other reason why he's playing this bad. Texas A&M, I gave them a pretty heavy boost over beating Notre Dame, and I'm moving them to the top 10. Marcel Reed's playing good football. They're playing good as a team. Illinois is at 9. I don't think I moved them around. Maybe I did a little bit. But Florida State's up to 8. I like Florida State at 8. They're playing really good football still. And Oklahoma, I'm really high on Oklahoma, and I moved them up to 7. I almost wanted to move them to the top 5, but I just couldn't, in my right mind, do that with the team.
Dude, I feel like you can, though. Like, I don't, like, I feel like after this week, it's going to be a lot easier to say.
100%.
I mean, I don't think I would be that upset if I saw Oklahoma in a top 5 ranking.
Fair.
I'll wait till we get there.
No. LSU 6. LSU 6, still playing good football. I just moved Georgia up. If they flip-flopped. Georgia's up at 5. Penn State at 4. I dropped them down from 2. And Oregon is at 3. They're still rocking and rolling. And Ohio State, I mean, they're on the gas pedal, but I mean, you barely beat a Texas team who's kind of meh now. And so I kind of moved them down for that. And then I moved Miami to 1.
Dude,
I moved Miami to 1 because name another team who's playing more consistent football than Miami. I'll wait. Carson Beck has an 80% completion percentage through 3 games.
Listen, like I said earlier, there's no denying that Miami is very good.
You're about to deny it, though. That's what's about to happen.
Yeah, because putting them in number 1 is insane, dude. Like, I don't think they need to be outside of the top 5. I don't even think that's, like, probably, like, what I would do if I were you. I understand they haven't really done a whole lot. Nobody in the country looks better than Ohio State. Miami for sure does not. I understand. I understand the comparison.
Where's the resume for Ohio State? Besides a limping Texas team. Where's the resume? They played Grambling State and beat them by 70 in a home run. And a couple PKs.
Hold on.
The research.
Okay, let's see. Week 1.
Hit me with it.
Where are we at? Where's week 1 at? Oh, Lord. Okay, hold on. Okay, so they beat Notre Dame. That's a quality win. BCU, 45-3. I don't know what BCU is. And then you have USF, which you know my thoughts on USF. By the way, the final score is 49-12.
Where's Ohio State, though?
Notre Dame
is beat Texas by 1 point at home. If Ohio State was that good, they would have blown through Texas, bro.
I understand.
I would take Miami by 14 against Texas right now. Give it to me right now. Give it to me right now.
Okay. I understand your point. Like I said, top 4 even. Maybe even put them at number 3. Put Oregon at number 4. Right? Miami at number 1, at least right now, is – I'm not going to say it's insane. It is crazy, though, in my opinion. And honestly, what I would do, like, bro, take Penn State out of the top 5, put them at number 6, put LSU at number 4, and then keep put Miami at 3, Oregon 2, Ohio State 1. That's probably what I would do. And I don't even I don't know who they've really beat, I guess, but Well, actually, no, I'm not
Okay,
going to say that.
What if I switched Oregon to 1 and Miami to 3?
Well, I was just about to say, if you do that, then it's the same argument that I just made. Who the hell is Oregon played? You know what I mean? Because I'm not even going to lie to you. Miami and Ohio State are the only 2 teams in, I would say, the top 5, except for Georgia, that have actually played comp. So, like I said, I don't even think having them at number 3 or 4 is that insane. But
dude, let me read this out for you. Okay. Ohio State beat Texas by 7 at home. And then they went on and played Grambling State 70-0. Ohio State then played Ohio last week and beat them 37-9. Okay, if you want to say USF sucks and that they're an American Conference team, then say that about Ohio. And Miami beat USF, who's better than Ohio, by more. There's my rebuttal for your argument.
No, and I understand, and it really does make a lot of sense because I really do understand, and I mean it does make a little bit more sense now. I guess, but like, dude, I can't put Miami at number 1. And Carson Beck is going to do what Carson Beck does, dude. Like, I'm not gonna say it's all for show. Golly, there's hair in my mouth. I'm not gonna say it's all for show because I mean, at the end of the day, I think Carson Beck would have put up similar numbers if receivers at Georgia could actually catch. But Carson Beck loves to underthrow the ball. So
I disagree.
Dude, go watch the Notre Dame game.
He underthrew the ball because he was – I don't know.
Dude, watch the Notre Dame. Watch every game. There has been multiple occasions where every ball that not every single ball, but like there have been a lot of times where his receivers had to either stop completely or run back to the ball or slow down. And I understand a lot of that can't really be judged by, well, he was about to get sacked or, somebody was in his face. That's understandable. But I'm just saying there have been times in a very clean pocket where Carson Beck has underthrew the ball. And that is what I think will be I'm not going to say the actual downfall of Miami this year, but it's just going to be like, I think they're going to do what they did last year. I think they're going to go crazy in the regular season and then come playoffs. Like Miami didn't even make the playoffs last year. So
yeah, but I'm not saying that Miami is going to win it all. Like me putting them at 1 doesn't. I'm not saying that. Yeah. I'm saying that Miami right now, to me, is playing the best football in the country. Okay, what if I swept with Oklahoma? I put Oklahoma at 1. How would you feel about that? Would you feel better about Oklahoma being 1 over Miami?
Dude, and like this is why it's so hard because that's why I keep saying I understand what you're saying because I don't think you could do that. I think Miami is playing better than Oklahoma. It's just the fact that Miami is Miami and Carson Beck is Carson Beck. Like, I'm very glad he's on a team where his receivers can actually catch because, like I said, if Georgia receivers could catch, Carson Beck would probably put up similar numbers. If
he put up those numbers when he had receivers that could catch.
80% completion.
Hold on. Give me 2 seconds.
I wouldn't be that surprised if it was 73. That's still pretty impressive if your receivers are dropping the ball, but like 80% is insane.
Let me just read this off for you. Can I make it? Okay. So right now, Carson Beck has 80% completion percentage, 800 yards, and 7 touchdowns and 2 picks. Last year at Georgia, he threw it for 64% completion percentage, 3,500 yards, 28 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, right? Okay, let's take it back to 2023, right? He threw and had 72% completion percentage, 4,000 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 6 picks. That was when Georgia receivers could catch. He's going to do the exact same thing at Miami, if not better. He might throw 40 touchdowns.
I know, and that's kind of what I was trying to say is like I understand that it's because he looked so bad last year because of the fact that multiple receivers could not catch, and a lot of the interceptions were because of that. But it's just like, dude, I don't know, bro. I know how Carson Beck plays, and I know that Miami is Miami at the end of the day. And I'm not, dude. I don't even know if this is crazy to say, but I would go as far to say that I think the receivers that Miami has now might be better than receivers. I don't even know if it's crazy to say might. I just don't know how you would gauge wide receiver talent, I guess. But the Miami receivers look a lot better than Georgia receivers last year.
They are. When even in 2023 we had Ladd McConkey and Brock Bowers and whatever, and he still threw that. So.
I mean, I guess after your reasoning, like I guess there's not really anybody else you could put at number one because yeah, they are playing the best, but it's just like, bro, it's Miami. At the end of the day, I'm not saying
you're
that
stuck on brands, dude. You're stuck on brands.
Say what?
You're stuck on the brand. Like you're stuck on the fact that it's Miami, and Miami's not been good in this decade. This is why the AP poll sucks. Okay. I mean, I'm going to read off your name, Peyton Casual Football Enjoyer.
I mean, that is my name. So
I was not alive in the 90s. I was not alive in the early 2000s until 2003. Miami was good back then. They were a powerhouse. They have not been that up until this year.
Do what? That's what I was about to say. That was the last time they were good.
Yeah. But people get so caught up in the fact, oh, it's Miami. They've been bad for the last 20 years. Why can't they be good now? Like, why can't they be ranked accordingly to how they're actually playing on the football field? What's the point of the ranking if I'm not going to rank them based off of what's going on the football field?
Your reasoning makes a lot of sense, and I'm not.
I know it does.
I really don't even. It's just like, dude, I really do think Ohio State's getting beat. I'm not going to say beat by all of these teams, especially below the top 6. But actually, I'll say top 7. I think Miami would beat LSU. I think Miami would beat – that might be it. Maybe Georgia. Probably Georgia because of how terrible they played. Maybe even Penn State. I don't know. Penn State. The other thing, Penn State it trips me out a lot because I have heard nothing about Penn State in media at all. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
They're just kind of doing their thing, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really watched any of their games, so I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah, I was about to say I haven't either, so I don't even know how they're playing. But I guess the same kind of goes for Oregon. I just know that Dante Moore is playing really good, but that's about it. I don't really know who they played. So there's that. But like Penn State's a weird one for me because, like I said, I haven't heard anything about them or seen anything crazy that they've done. But I do think I will say now I get what you're saying, and Miami is definitely playing the best football. So yeah, I put them at number 1. God, dude, but I just think if they played any of these teams below like or above 7.
Yeah, that'd be tomorrow. It wouldn't be today. How are they playing right now?
I get it, dude. I understand that narrative. It's just so like
we're beating a dead horse at this point. We're beating a dead horse.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And we're 45 minutes in.
Not crazy to me anymore, I guess. But it's just like it's Miami at the end of the day, and I get what you mean. It's like I'm stuck on the brand, but only time will tell.
Only time will tell. I may be wrong. I probably am, but that's okay. But I think that's going to do it here for this one, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Shout out Peyton for getting on at 8 o'clock and joining the stream. Shout out to you guys who watched or will be watching later on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your buddies. And we'll see you guys probably next week sometime. We'll see you later. Peace.